Hey guys, Dave Mason here with Urban Lux Real Estate and Pacific West Lender. I have a guest here, Sheila Wong from Old Republic Exchange. I had to be real careful. There's a big difference between title and exchanging. And so you're probably thinking, what are we exchanging? Well, what we're not doing is paying taxes. So we're going to talk about a simple strategy called a 1031 exchange that has been widely used by the wealthy, but not necessarily well known in the general public. So I'm going to turn this over to Sheila just to give us some of the basic points to consider when we want to kick the can down the road to avoid paying our taxes. Eventually, they are going to have to get paid by somebody if properties get sold, but uh, we're looking at a strategy to avoid paying our capital gains right now. So I'm going to stop talking, Sheila. How can we do this?
Yes, thanks, Dave, for having me today. So, the 1031 exchange is for any taxpayer, US citizen or foreign national, so long as they have a tax ID number and they're selling investment property, they can protect their equity from what's called capital gains. And capital gains is fairly substantial. We're all taxed on the federal, we're taxed on the state, right? We're taxed if we're in a higher income bracket, and we're taxed as on depreciation. So the 1031 exchange is for any taxpayer that wants to protect their equity. So long as when they sell, they buy another investment property, they're going to be able to protect those taxes, keeping that wealth in their pocket, like you mentioned, right? And carrying it on to the next property. So those are the big things to focus on is making sure you're selling investment property and buying investment property again.
Gotcha. So it doesn't necessarily mean, I think the term used is like kind.
Yes, that's
So
my
you
favorite. Yeah, I'm glad you brought that out, Dave. So, like kind simply means any real estate held for investment or for business or trade. Okay. So, that's really one of those areas, right? In trade or business, you can say it either way. It's got to be for investment. So, raw land is actually considered held for investment, even though there's not typically a renter on there. Right. We know shopping malls, multifamily, mixed use, maybe even it's like a little mechanic shop down below and a condo up above and the taxpayers living up above, it's still considered held for mixed use and held for investment on the lower half. And so when they sell that property called like kind, right, it simply means held for investment. So they can take raw land and they can buy a shopping center or they can take commercial and buy residential. It's not same make or model. And this is the biggest area where a lot of taxpayers and their tax professionals make mistakes on.
so if I have a client with an underperforming Airbnb, we can exchange that property for a warehouse. Is
Yes,
that okay?
absolutely. You can even do a boat storage. I've seen somebody actually sell a single family home and buy a boat storage warehouse in Lake Havasu because they were renting it. So maybe they don't want to deal with tenants anymore. There's these different ways to diversify and absolutely keep those dollars in their pocket.
So if you have any questions about this process, I'd be happy to get you pointed in the right direction. I have done these. They are not that hard. They're not that scary. Sheila will make the process easy, and you'll save a lot of money in taxes. So we'll put our information in here on how to get a hold of everyone. And if you have any questions about your investment properties, don't hesitate. Dave Mason, Urban Lux Real Estate, Pacific West Lending, 602 405 0596. Thank you.